Alright, hey guys, Chi-Town Troy here, coming up with a video that I have not hit up for you guys for in a while. A couple things that's been going on. Let's get into some stories, basically. I know my other video, me telling you that I'm back, it's pretty short, unfair. So, story time. So, I'm going to start with is when, and this is very recent, very recently, had a load going from where I was, which is Illinois, to Johnstown, New York. Didn't want to go there in general, east, because I got tired of going east, because for some reason every time I go east I don't make money in general at all. I really don't. I don't really see it, the profit, versus me being out on the west side. So, but I took it anyways, because they were basically telling me those are the only loads there. Since they don't have a load board, or I'm not given any options of all the loads that I would want to do, you know, I'm kind of just sitting there like, okay, whatever, I'll just take it. So I take it. As soon as I do that, I notice that I need to get some load locks, because the trailer that I ended up picking up when I was at the Harvey yard was basically the trailer didn't have no load locks, and I was the only trailer there. So I had to make a quick run to a pilot that was nearby the Harvey yard and get some load locks, 2 of them, which kind of dragged me out to be a little late, but they got me to, when I got to the stripper, they put me right in the door immediately. So when I get done, I mean, I kind of went to sleep a little bit because I was kind of tired, because I was up all day. I kind of hate the fact that I be up all day and I get loads that will have me running throughout the night after I've been up all day. I don't mind driving at night, I really don't. It's just a simple fact that when I've been up all day, it's going to be a little bit harder for me to stay up all night. I mean, I never was a person to be pulling 24-hour, you know, days, you know, like I used to be as a kid. I mean, yeah, I'm still young, but I'm not that young like I used to be. And so that's one of the things that's been going on. So anyways, get the load, I roll out, and I end up stopping where I have 11 hours flat, basically, to drive left for the next day, which is I was totally fine with. I'm like, screw it, because I'm already tired, so I'm gonna stop. So while I'm in my sleeper, because I stopped around 3 o'clock, and my 10-hour probably wasn't going to be really until about 1 o'clock. Okay, 1 o'clock in the morning. Not 1 o'clock in the morning. 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Sorry, 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I basically, I wake up, and when I woke up, I see that I got messages. I look at my messages, and it's from my dispatcher saying that, hey, are you good to make on-time delivery, which is sent it at 9 o'clock, and I was still asleep in the sleeper berth. Don't know why I would send messages while I'm in the sleeper berth. I'm asleep. She's not gonna get a response. Then almost like an hour later saying, like, we're gonna take the load off you, do a repower. And right there and then I should have told them, like, I should have told them no. I'm not doing no repower, because of the simple fact that I basically could have made it, because the load had a window all the way up to 11 in the morning. So basically, I was going to end up being there when I woke up. When I drove, I was going to be there at 1 in the morning. 1 in the morning. So instead of just talking to me or getting a response from me, they just decided to go ahead and do the repower. So you know, I really wasn't feeling the load anyway. So I said, screw it, whatever. If you guys want to mark it down as a fail, go ahead and mark it down as a fail. But I was going to make that load on time. So until you guys get an answer from me, don't sit there and assume that I can't make the load until you get an answer from me. Simple as that. Don't go ahead and do this assuming stuff. You know, and if anybody at SOT got questions about that, you can talk to me personally. I'll tell you straight up, don't be doing that. I don't play that. Because you're playing with my money at this point. I already didn't get paid when I was in Pennsylvania, getting stuck in the storm. A little storm that Pennsylvania only ended up getting 2 or 3 inches of snow. And I only got paid $200. Because I was stuck out there. And they were still relentless to give me anything. They told me to go to the drop yard, and this is when I was stuck in Pennsylvania. They told me to go to the drop yard, drop the load off. I still don't have a load yet. So why would you want me to drop the load if y'all haven't given me a load? I'm not gonna do it. I'm not moving this truck until you give me a load. So other guy, he understood, or I told him that, he understood that I talked to one of the planners up in the Pennsylvania area, and he kind of gave me a little fishy attitude about, you know, why I didn't deliver or move the load to the drop yard, because I simply said that I'm not moving until I get another load. You guys done already screwed up on my money, so why should I do y'all some more favors? I was going to be there on time to this Walmart load until that shutdown happened. I mean, y'all didn't throw me a bone. I was basically there, so I don't know what was up with that. So, going on about this New York load that was going to Johnstown, was another Walmart load that I didn't want to do anyways. I wanted to really go out west, so I'm not really motivated to be out here in the east. I'm trying to be out in the west. You know, if I say I want to be out in the west, I want to be out in the west. Put me somewhere where I'm telling you where I want to be. You keep putting me in the opposite direction, and you ain't going to get the results that I would if you would put me somewhere where I want to be. So I get down to this repower place, and I'm just like, whatever, because when I woke up, I'm just like, whatever. I'm not going to fight it. I'm not going to argue it. Whatever. So, because I didn't think nothing of it. I didn't think nothing of it when I called my dispatcher. You know, he said, go ahead and go to the repower and stuff like that. And I didn't think nothing of it. I'd be like, well, I can make it and stuff like that. I should have told him. Like, nah, I can make it, but you know, the company's gonna waste everybody, both me and the dude that's repowering's time. And yeah, like I definitely could have made it if I didn't have to take a detour, because I know how to plan myself properly and accordingly. But while I'm basically running behind, let's say we got traffic or whatnot, or other things that are out of your control, hey, at that point, it really ain't my fault. I left when I was supposed to leave. Things happen because accidents happen majority of the times, or backup happens. You got a lot of people that don't know how to drive out here, basically. So I am tired. It's like 1 in the morning as I'm making this video. But trying to see what else I was going to talk about. So yeah, get down to the repower guy, and we got to talking. I mean, come to find out, they knew I could have been there. The company was over here just thinking that I couldn't make it. You couldn't think I'd make it. How come you guys wasn't talking to me when my sleeper berth was up? I mean, you guys were just messaging me while I was still in sleeper berth. What type of practice was that? if you guys were that worried that I wasn't gonna make this load on time for delivery, you guys might as well should have just waited until my 10 was up. I mean, as simple as that. But if they keep doing that type of mess, like with the repower, 'cause I've been getting repowered quite some time, stuff like that, because they think that I can't make the load. I mean, unless I say it that I can't, then that means I can. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it's really irritating and agitating. I'm not happy with that, because my paychecks may almost majorly be weak as ever. Even though we got this little 3-cent raise, I'm being stuck out here in the East. I don't know what's up with that. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all want to keep making me late, or not late, but keep sending me out here in the East and don't send me out West. I mean, I'm not gonna put on my 100% trying. I'm gonna, as soon as I get sleepy, I'm pulling the truck over. I'm not gonna over here trying to work myself tired. I'm not going over here trying to overwork myself. I'm not going to drain myself. I'm not going to do it, because I'm not getting the results that I want or need from this company at all. Sometimes they throw me a bone here and there, but the company is a little bit too greedy for money. My taste is standard. And there's a lot of drivers that are not happy, including me. I'm one of them. As far as doing lease stuff, that's a whole different video that I can make. But as far as things that was going on with me since, like, I made the last video saying that I'm back, that's basically it and what's been going on. So other than that, I've just been chilling. Right now I got this load going to Illinois, because I repowered up this one guy that broke down. And yeah, I don't know. I think the guy's a newbie. I think Oscar, who it is, over here asking me why he was noticing that I was on duty driving, frequently and stuff like that. So I think he's kind of a noob, because of the fact that he wasn't, like, I explained it to him, like, I drove about a good minute of the way. I drove. I took a break, a 30-minute break. I drove to finish the rest of the way to the place, which is about 30 minutes away. So I drove 30 minutes away. I was on duty because I was dropping the load and then doing my paperwork. And then I drove here, and then I was on duty because I was stopped for a period amount of time. So the Qualcomm put me on duty. And he's like, well, I mean, I haven't seen any of your macros to come in, because before I left, I asked that y'all can send it to me. And I was only 30 minutes away from the TA where I had to pick up this load from. I get there and I look on the Qualcomm and it still wasn't sent to me. So by the time when I did do the swap and I hooked up to the trailer, I did everything else, I looked at Qualcomm, still nothing. Okay, I'm gonna go inside. I gotta use the bathroom. I used the bathroom and get a call, and that's what Oscar was telling me about. And I was like, dude, what is you talking about? What is you really, really talking about? Like, you telling me, don't worry about this load being on time or late or whatnot, because I'm not getting this repower, because this is my way of getting back to where I need to be. Because I need to be back in Illinois for specific reasons. So don't worry about it. I'm gonna get up, 10, roll, stop, probably another 10 or 11, roll, and whatnot. What else you gonna want me to do? Like, until the company can stop putting these late ass loads on me to where it's at night. At night is when I'm driving after I've been up all day. Then I can perform a whole lot better, because you guys are just sending me up just to go. I'm gonna go to sleep as soon as I get tired. I'm gonna go to sleep. I'm gonna pull the truck over, find somewhere to park, and go to sleep. I'm not gonna take a little nap. I'm going to sleep. I already been up, waiting. I can't get no pre-plans. I can't get planners to talk to me, especially during the weekend, because they have some odd rule to where weekend dispatch can't transfer me to the planners or whatnot and whatever. So they're doing some weird stuff that I don't even know about. So now it's kind of getting upsetting and stuff like that for me. Right now I'm calm. I'm not like livid, not yet. But if it keeps going on to where I'm not really getting loads that are long distance and away from the east, then we have a problem. Because SRT, I don't know how many companies are like this, but in SRT, there is the East Triangle. I'm not trying to get stuck there. If I get stuck there, I already told my dispatcher, I will deadhead myself back home. And that will be it. I am literally not playing. You keep throwing me out in the east, getting me stuck to where it's hard for me to get out of the east. I'm not trying to keep doing these 300, 400 mile runs. I'm really not. I'm trying to get these 1,000 mile runs in so I can get close to 3,000 miles. When I'm in the East Coast, I don't get as close to that. Dealing with a whole bunch of stuff. I don't. So this is like one of the downsides of SRT, like with always every other company. There's downsides. So everything's not going to be pretty sunshine and rainbow. Everybody has their downsides and everything. The thing I don't like is the way dispatchers treat the company, where some dispatchers in SRT treat the company drivers, yelling at them, telling them, well, you got to do it, you got to take this load. I know a couple of dispatchers that are doing that now, and if that's how you talk to your drivers, I'm gonna start reporting it to the higher ups and saying, like, this is not right. Because you shouldn't be over here talking to the drivers like they're little kids. Because we are not little kids. You want to talk. I mean, if any of the dispatchers want to keep talking to the drivers like that and talking to them like, you know, like they little kids, you don't need this job. You don't. I believe that you need to be fired, removed, changed to a different position, or what? Because if you're over here talking from the side of the neck, now unless the driver over here talking from the side of his neck, then that's different. But if you start going up the mouth and he just politely declined, man, you need to be removed from the trucking business in general. That's just how I feel. When I was running this business, that's what I was doing. I was just firing folks left and right who are disrespecting my drivers. And I think that's what SRT needs to start doing, as you know, as doing a checkup on the dispatchers on how they doing. Yeah, they're doing like these rates and stuff like that, giving them a 1 to 10 or whatever. I don't do that mess. You really want to know something how I feel about my dispatcher, give me a call. And I'll tell you how I feel about my dispatchers or certain dispatchers in general. Because I'm one to talk to them type, so I don't care what dispatcher it is. I'll talk to them, tell them like that, blah blah. The only thing I don't like really is that they're too quick to transfer you to your main dispatcher. If you already tried to call your main dispatcher, ahead of time. They were busy because it went to voicemail or it went back to the main menu. So you try to queue, and then they try to do that, and then it does the same thing. So that's just one thing I don't like. Videos are already long enough as it is, so I am going to cut it short. Other than that, I'll talk to you guys in the next video from season 2. This is episode 2.